everyone, this is In-Game March. We'll do another boxing to break down of the demo. This is Resident Evil 7, Biohazard the Gold Edition. This is another re-release from Capcom, like a Game of the Year, Complete Edition, and all that stuff, so forth. To start off, there was a small update of 300 megabytes. It was mostly bug fixes. Again, this does come with all the DLC and prior updates, all on the disc. The only thing that's not available on the disc is the free expansion that they came out with called Not a Hero. This is not on the disc, but everything else is. The Zoe's End, the band footages, Ethan Must Die, and Jack's Birthday, they're all on the disc. I also want to include that your save file from the original version will work and transfer to this one, so you do not need to start over with your save progress, which is also a huge, really big plus. Again, this is a Resident Evil 7. This is a kind of a black sheep in some fan community because it was the first massive released Resident Evil game, especially an number sequel, to be in first-person mode. Some people hate it, some people love it. It depends how you look at it. I've talked about this prior to my vanilla version of the game. As I said, the first-person aspects of the game did not ruin the game, but it did not add to the game either. I liked playing in third-person mode or over the shoulder and so forth. I preferably love the old classic tank controls. Some people don't. I can understand how both sides feel. I don't mind either way, as long as we can probably receive all three versions. As the newer sequels come out, we might get those in first-person mode. The Revelations Resident Evils can be in the third-person mode, and we have still Resident Evil 2 HD Remake in the process. I hope that can be in original tank controls. I just hope that we can get all three. Again, I do believe Resident Evil 7 is a good survival horror game. It's fun. It's one of those games that's actually pretty darn good also with VR. I've never yet experienced it, but I can see the game being pretty fun in VR. Again, as I said, this comes with all the DLCs. This is what you're seeing right here is one of the band footages called Nightmare, if I recall. It's basically a survival mode where you gotta see how long you can survive with equipment and scavenger parts and stuff like that. It's kind of like a main experience what somebody else was going through before you played as Ethan. It's actually pretty fun. I found myself enjoying it. It's a kind of neat little game. You also got neat other little games like Jack's Birthday, Ethan Must Die, on the other band footages, which fill in the story. I won't talk too much about Zoe's End because I don't want to give spoilers. And it's okay. I don't think it's as good as the original release version. The actual story. The expansion's okay in my opinion. But it was kind of cool to find out what happened to Zoe though. But I am highly, highly disappointed that Not a Hero is not on the disc. This is very disappointing, considering the fact that the game only takes up around 39 gigabytes. That's just straight up off the disc. And I did look into it. Not a Hero is only 4.2 gigabytes of download time. So if you add that together, even with the update, you have not reached a 50 gigabyte disc yet. So it's really upsetting that they didn't include it on the disc, because it clearly could have fitted. It would have been a quick, good, complete collection of the game. Also, I'm very disappointed that the demo is not on the disc as well. I really would like to have that teaser demo they released before they revealed that it was actually Resident Evil 7. I really would have liked that to have been on the disc as well. I know some people might say it's not that big of a deal because it's all free, but still, I would love to actually own a physical version of these things on disc. I've stated this before, I'll state it again. All DLC is bad DLC, even free DLC. If it's not on the disc, that means we do not have say or control over it. If it gets removed, much like the PT demo, then yes, that was free as well, but now look at it. Nobody can play that anymore. Even if you download it before, it's completely off the market. Same thing could happen with Not a Hero. If it gets removed off the PSN, nobody has a choice. Nobody has any say. You cannot play it anymore. That I do not like, and I will never support that system. That's why all DLC is bad DLC, even free DLC. If it's not on the disc, it doesn't exist to me. Don't like it? Get over it. That's just how I feel. Again, it's very disappointing, but this still is a good collection if you're somebody who's yet to play Resident Evil 7 and wants to get the complete collection, or if you're a collector like me, this is still a worthy to buy to have all on disc and still enjoy it. These neat little expansion stuff with the DLC are fun and a good time, and the original core game is still fun as well. It's not a game you should skip up on. It's a fun game. I can't complain with it. I'm interested to see what the next Resident Evil is going to be like, whether it's going to be a first-person mode, where they want to go with it. It's fine with me as long as it sticks with the survival horror aspect. That's why I play Resident Evil 4. Not for action-pack, Chris Redfield picking up somebody and throwing them across the room. I love survival horror, where I'm always helpless, weak, and always vulnerable, and instantly, at any moment, could die. It always put me on edge, even when playing the story mode again on this. I really enjoyed it. I really highly encourage anybody who's into those kinds of games to play it. Again, like I said, this is just how I feel, and it's a good game. I can't really argue with it. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and I'm happy to have it on my shelf. And I'm glad that Capcom made a re-release, and hopefully maybe we can get a re-release of the game with everything on disc, not a hero and all. So, like always, I will leave links down in the description if you're interested in a copy, which, again, I highly recommend if you are a collector or this is your first time ever getting the game. So, thank you all for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!
Days has left many residents in some of the pair.
Why are you doing this? The pretties my little girl has given me!